What's up guys, Jacob here, and today I just want to get into it. I saw Transformers last night. That was a mouthful. This was a bad movie, okay? This is a really awful, terrible, almost everything that I stand against when it comes to cinema and modern film kind of movie. But everything that I say doesn't matter. Because no matter what I say, this movie's gonna make money. It's gonna make a ton of money. In fact, it's gonna make bukus of money, almost probably in the billions. Because people love to see big action. And Michael Bay is a good action director when he wants to be, and when he wants to be, the action is really good, except in this movie. Normally when I start off a film review, I typically do positives first. Because I think it's fair, no matter what the movie is, to say something good about it first before you just dive into the negatives. And after thinking long and really hard about this, guys, I don't have any positives for this movie. Like, I know what you're thinking. You're just thinking that I don't know Transformers and that I just love to hate on these movies for the sake of hating on them like other people do. And that's not true. I walk into every Transformers movie hoping it's better than the last one and hoping that I get enjoyment out of it. I walk into every single Transformers movies, and I'm going to tell you this right now, with an open mind. I want to walk out of a Transformers movie and go, oh my gosh, that was a great movie. Good job, Michael Bay. But unfortunately, that doesn't happen. And it's never happened. And as of now, I guess it will never happen since Michael Bay claims that this is the last one, even though it sets up for a sequel, which we knew was inevitable. So that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the negatives, which you can probably already guess and probably already know, but I still need to get them off of my chest because I haven't seen it this profoundly bad in quite some time. I walked into this movie giving it the benefit of the doubt and expecting stupid fun. Oh, and I got that in the last 15 minutes of this movie, but unfortunately the entire movie, which is 2 hours and like 40 minutes long, is just so convoluted and bad in every way that I can't forgive it. This movie has incredibly bad editing, like shockingly bad editing. There's a scene at the beginning of the film where Merlin takes like a beer or like some like bottle of like alcohol and he starts to drink it, and then it cuts literally to the next scene and it's not in his hand anymore. I'm not exaggerating whenever I say that whenever I make a short film, I try to avoid these editing mistakes and continuity errors because I want my film to flow. This movie doesn't do that. People's hands will be over here in one scene and then in the next scene they're right over there. I haven't seen editing this bad in a long time. And you might have already guessed it, but the acting is really bad too. Mark Wahlberg is a good actor. He's not good in this movie. What? Optimus? Well, man, Optimus. I want a Bud Light, Optimus. Give me a Bud Light. I want to get that product placement in. Whee! That's literally his character. And there's like a thing at the end of the movie that involves his character, but by that point it's too late. You could have seen it coming a mile away, and it just felt meaningless because we've seen that cliche so many times. And this movie is literally filled with cliches and stereotypes. Some of the stereotypes with the Decepticons and even some of the Autobots are extremely racist. They're extremely offensive. I don't get why people laughed at them because they're that offensive. And if you thought Mudflap and Skids from Revenge of the Fallen were bad, this might just be worse. They even make jokes about like Native Americans in this movie. And it was really offensive. And I don't understand why they put that in this movie. It's so bad. But yeah, going back to the acting, all of it's awful. You have Scientist Woman that you're supposed to take seriously, but you can't take seriously because she's so attractive. Oh yeah, and that little girl that's in all of the trailers that was like, I want to stay, and I want to fight them. She just kind of goes MIA for the majority of the movie, so you barely see her. Because plot threads are picked up, plot threads are dropped, stuff happens, then it counteracts other stuff. The film is so convoluted that it just kind of contradicts itself at certain points in this movie, and it aggravated me so much. I don't think I've ever gotten this angry about a movie on like camera before, so I'm sorry if anybody's new to my channel. This typically doesn't happen when I review a movie, but I guess Transformers is just ticking me off that much. And whenever people go see Michael Bay movies, they always go, oh man, the movie might have been bad, but did you see the effects? The effects in the movie were so good. And the effects are good, but at the same time, nothing really blew me away about it this time around. Like, the effects are fine, and they're good, but they're not great. I've seen way better effects in recent years than Transformers. And by the way, if you like Optimus Prime and he's like your favorite part of these movies, don't waste your time, because Optimus Prime is probably only in the movie for like 30 minutes. I'm not exaggerating. And that whole Optimus Prime is evil thing, that whole plot thread is like 5 minutes. And it's resolved in a really bad way that made no sense to me. And I literally looked over at my friend at that point in time of the film, and he was just shaking his head and kind of going like this. He was mad. This is gonna be weird because I don't typically bring this up when I'm talking about movies, but I haven't seen it this amateurly done until yesterday. The aspect ratio on the movie, Michael Bay was like, hey, we need to film big action and big scenes and big chases and stuff on IMAX cameras. But let's also have a few of those cameras rolling too, you know, just in case. And I get that you're proud that the majority of your movie is shot on like these really expensive big IMAX cameras, but what happens is the aspect ratio constantly shifts, like about like every 10-20 seconds it moves. And it gave me a headache, and I just couldn't concentrate on the movie because I was so distracted by the bars moving on the top and bottom of the frames. You probably think I'm just nitpicking, but it was very jarring to me, and I think a few other people that don't typically notice that kind of stuff noticed it too, so that says something. The last 15 minutes of this movie are really stupid fun, and I had a blast watching all of this stupid stuff just unfold on the screen, but that doesn't change the fact that leading up to this movie, I hated almost everything about it. The jokes didn't land. They're very bad and very childish. You have very poor development. You have very poor direction. You have very poor editing. You have a very poor story that has so many things going on that it just becomes so messy that you can't concentrate on the movie and enjoy the movie. The action in this movie is fun to watch, but action without purpose is just meaningless action. And unfortunately, that's what the action in this movie is. Everything feels inconsequential because we don't care about it. We don't care about the characters. We don't care about the threat. We just don't care. Even the US government in this movie doesn't care. This guy from NASA tells the government, hey, we've got this giant thing headed for Earth that will kill civilization in 3 days. And the guy looks back at him and goes, pfft, sounds like geek stuff to me. Are you serious? That doesn't make any sense. Oh yeah, and Anthony Hopkins is in this movie. He's really bad in this movie. Anthony Hopkins literally says, cool dude, in one scene, and he curses throughout like basically the entire movie to try to be hip and edgy with the kids, and it just doesn't work. His humor sucks. He's trying to do the best with what he has, but what he has isn't enough. And the last thing that I'm gonna bring up is this movie has no shame that it rips off better movies. Like, there's a scene where the government sends in drones and stuff to like stop Cade Yeager, which is a stupid name, but the drones look like Darth Vader's TIE Advanced. And I kid you not, this movie rips off Suicide Squad. Yeah, Suicide Squad. You know the scene in Suicide Squad when Amanda Waller shoves down like the binder and she's like, I want to tell you about some bad people that I think can do some good. And then it shows like each character and has like the title card. They do that with the Decepticons. I was angry when I saw that, and I'm getting angry thinking about it because try to make your own creativity. Be your own thing. Make something that people can enjoy, not remind them of something that they enjoyed a few months ago. And it has no shame in doing that. At one point in time, they even say one character is a C-3PO ripoff. They flat out said it. Michael Bay admitted it. This movie is horrible in every way. Look, I don't want to hate on the Transformers series because, to be honest with you, I think the first one's okay, and I think the third one is actually pretty fine for what it's trying to be. I think the third one might actually be my favorite movie in this series. That being said, I blame the fourth one and this one on Michael Bay entirely. He's a good filmmaker when he wants to be, but he's not a good storyteller. He tries to give you eye candy, but even then he fails. This movie's awful on literally every level. It's everything that I stand against when I want to go see a good movie. It's anti-creativity. This movie should not be watched ever. It shouldn't even be pirated. Don't go see this movie this weekend, please. Wait a few weekends, go see Spider-Man, go see Wonder Woman again. Go support Wonder Woman. And just give the biggest middle finger you can to this movie by not going to see it. I really hated this movie. I felt like I needed to rant on this movie, even though I'm trying to get away from the whole movie review thing. But I can't believe how bad this movie was. I'm sorry that this movie was that bad. If you're a Transformers fan, I'm sorry. I even saw a fan last night that I knew at the screening, and he said, well, it was better than the fourth one. But that doesn't make this one a good movie. I hated this movie. And there are a few movies that I give the prestigious rating of a 1 out of 10. And I'm dead serious when I say this movie, it's a 1 out of 10. You're gonna go see it anyway, and I don't want you to see it because it's that bad. No matter what I say, like I said at the start of this video, it's gonna make money. We're gonna get like 20 more of them, but although I am optimistic about the Bumblebee movie next year, because that's a solo movie that sounds unique and different and has a competent director, I will not pay to see another Transformers movie in theaters. Ever. So what did you guys think of Transformers The Last Night? Did you like it? If so, how? Let me know down in the comments below. And as always, I'm Frame by Frame. Remember the name. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be very special. See you guys.